Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 2. You've Scots to chill. The corny titles always crack me up. You've Scots to chill. Okay. Anyway, picking up with Stormy and Mel having their side conversation. Stormy knows that Mel can go ghost, for a while after filming, but she didn't feel like it would be her. Like, I didn't think you would do that to me. I'm big on communicating. And so, a heads up, maybe a text message saying, girl, I changed my number. Here's my new one. Like something. You didn't give me anything. And Mel is like, well, did you feel like it was something to that? Girl, yes. And you know that I would. I'm gonna tell y'all now, when it comes to Stormy and Mel, when the way her friends feel like she kind of cuts them off or kind of ghosts them, that is so hurtful. And I know people feel like, well, you don't owe anybody an explanation, when you're protecting your peace, But it's like, would you just stop talking to your husband or your man or your person? Would you communicate to them when things are off or when you need space? Would you communicate that, or would you just simply just ghost? Because if you're doing that in friendships, you'll do it in a romantic relationship. A friendship is still a relationship. You still should treat it like any other relationship and communicate. Just dropping people is just, I don't know. And to be on the receiving end of that is the most hurtful thing ever, especially when it comes from somebody that you are close to. This has happened to me on 2 occasions. These people I'm still in communication with, like, it ain't the same and it'll never be the same. It'll never be the same. And it's mainly because I see you. I see you. You don't value me like I thought that we valued one another. And since I know where I stand with you, you ain't getting that close to me again. It's real surface level with me and those people today. I might share a meme with you on social media. I'm still like your pictures, that sort of thing. But child, you ain't getting close to me ever again, because you don't care about me enough to sit me down and say, girl, you know what? I just think something is off. Like, there's a disconnect. Whatever it is you feeling about me. But to just drop me? Excuse me, what? And with Mel, she just done changed her number. Girl, what? You ain't gonna tell the people that you've been in constant communication with that you've changed your number? Mel be gaslighting that girl. Mel gaslights a lot. She gaslights a lot. I don't understand that. It may be time for Mel and Martell to exit. It might just be that time. Mostly Mel, because she's just always so, I don't know. Her disposition is never, that she's authentically happy to be around any of those people. It's just, let me produce these scenes and go on about my day. Don't be asking me about my personal life. Don't be asking me nothing. I just want to produce this scene so I can go. I really don't even like you like that. That's what it gives. But anyway, they talk about the reunion, and Stormy says that they didn't talk at the reunion, like their rooms were right next to each other and they didn't say 2 words to one another. And Mel says, well, I didn't know our rooms were next to each other. Okay, girl. All right. She got an excuse for everything. She gonna say in her confessional that her real friends respect when she needs time. They respect that about her. Okay. Anyway. Oh, she says they've also had conversations in the past about, not being needy friends, and, that's not really their thing. They had that in common, that they didn't really care for those type of people. And here Stormy is being needy. But no, it's not about her being needy. It's just a simple sign of respect for just another person. You know, like, I respect you too much to just walk away from you and not tell you that it's happening. You know, like, come on. Anyway, they sit down and Mel, she starts talking about trust, and Stormy is like, so if people don't have your number, the people that don't have your number, you don't trust them? Like, what is this? Mel backpedals a little bit. She hemming and hawing. You know, she's just like, my number's been changed for a while. And Stormy says, well, what's up with that? And Mel says it's because, you know, she noticed some things and decided to change her number. She's also very vague all the time about her reasoning behind having a trap phone. Only one to email people. Like, girl, okay. Anyway, Stormy talks about the lives, and this is confusing because the two didn't. Anyway, Stormy talks about the live, and Mel did a live where she's expressing that somebody, you know, came up in her house and recorded their conversation, you know, on their phone, and then I guess exploited it, you know, spread it around the streets, I guess. I don't know. But when she says this, what we see is Destiny replaying Melody's interview for Martell and whoever else was standing around. Stormy is kind of like inserted herself in that, because of course behind the scenes and over there on social media, it was Stormy's mom that threw Stormy out there as if she was who Melody was talking about. So she brought Stormy into that, and I guess Stormy had to get on camera and make sure she got in front of that, just to make sure, nah, wasn't me. I ain't with that. I don't do nothing like that. I don't move like that. No, I ain't recording nobody's conversation. So I guess that was her getting in front of that. Anyway, she know where she stand with Melody. She see her. She got her number. You know, cause Stormy don't even understand why she would even put that out there, because what was said has been said she said in the countless interviews that she's done during her YouTube press tour. She sees her for who she is, you know, and she says she has less expectations when it comes to her friendship with Mel. And that's good for you, Stormy, you know, good for you. Kimmy, Tisha, and another friend, they're talking, and then Kiki shows up. Tisha, she, of course, you know, hey girl. They ain't spoken since the reunion. They're still not speaking. I guess I don't even know when Martell walked up, but out of nowhere, Kimmy's sitting up there talking to Martell. And you know, they're talking about Maurice and how she's happy to have a spouse in this, especially during the sickness and the health, that part of marriage. And she asked him, "Do you like Miss?" And I don't know why she continues to do this. I don't know why any of them continue to do this. It's over with. Martell and Melody are divorced, have been divorced now for like 3-4 years, something like that. It's done. So stop with the, do you miss Mel? Do you miss being married to her? Can you not? This is, and y'all know that's why Mel don't be wanting to be around them people, why she don't like them in the first place, why she needs a break. Because y'all constantly gonna be trying to put her and Martell in the same room, trying to see flirtatious moments between the two of them, just really getting your life, and Mel is miserable the whole time. That is what is wrong with y'all? And you know what she went through, so why would you want her to go back to a man like that? Who encourages that as a friend? Anyway, she asking about Mel. You miss Mel, all of that. You miss being married to her, all of that. And of course, Martell is honest. Yes, I do. Absolutely. I want that right now. So, you know, that's where he at with it. He want to get married again. He loved being married, all of that. He said, I know what's best for me. And, you know, they get a good laugh because he's referencing Mel, of course. And Kimmy is very excited to hear it. She's excited because she's like, Martell in the past would kind of brush them off like, come, don't do that. And Martell says, yeah, from now on, I ain't going to tell y'all to stop. I ain't going to tell y'all to stop. Again, y'all need to stop. Because Mel don't want you. She don't want you no more. She don't want you. She don't want you. She don't want you no more. She done. She done. Um. Anyway, Mel, she's she's getting ready to leave, and saying her goodbyes. And Martell walk on. Let me walk you to the car. She's like, oh no, thank you. My car's just right outside at the front. Your car's across the street, Mel. Come on, let me walk you to the car. Come on, don't do that. Let me walk you to your car. Let me at least walk you to the door. And she grabbing her stuff like, Martell, I don't need you to walk me to the door. I'm okay. It's right there. I got it. No, don't do that. Let me. You know I'm a gentleman. Don't do that. Don't do that. More narcissistic behavior. Kimmy, and Maurice, because he walks her to the door anyway, and watches her go outside and all of that, and of course he turned around and going on back inside. Please. Kimmy and Maurice, they're at the house. She's packing. She's gonna have her surgery, I think, the next day or in coming days. And she gets up there to the theater room and sits down and chats with him. She's very exhausted. And it's obvious that chemotherapy takes a lot out of a person, physically. And a lot of times people say that it's the chemo that does the most damage. It's the chemo that takes you out and not the cancer itself. Which is true. Like in a lot of cases, which is why people be living so long, not even knowing. And when they find out it's too late, and then they start chemo and gone, just like that. But you was living fine without any treatment, not knowing what was going on with your body. It's crazy. Cancer is... anyway, I don't even want to get on it. They start talking about Mel and Martell, of course. And she tells him, that Martell, that she was asking about all of that. And of course, Maurice like, I wish you cut it out. And I wish Martell would make up his mind. He need to make up his mind. Like, he too double-minded when it comes to everything. He needs to figure out what he wants. He said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I feel like that's scripture. That sounds like something in Galatians. Don't quote me, please don't. Maurice says that he knows that Martell has regret, and of course he's gonna be out here saying, "Oh, woe is me. I want my wife back. I want marriage back." All of that, of course, because he ruined it. He ruined it. Maurice ain't got no sympathy for Martell. He even tells Kimmy that he saw Martell trying to walk Mel to the door and walked outside and came back in pouting. And Kimmy is like, well, what you say to him? Did you talk to him? Because she feel bad. She got a soft spot in her heart for Martell. Anyway. And Maurice says, no, actually, I made a joke. I made it funny. I was like, oh, it's cold out there, ain't it? I said it twice. Kimmy's like, that's not funny. It was funny to him, girl. It was funny to him. Anyway, the Fletchers, they're about to have a date night, and Chris done invited Martell, and then Martell get there like, well, Nell, I didn't know you was gonna be here. So he done set a ruse to get them both there. But apparently this is something that they do, crash each other's date night, and it be a throuple situation. They really look up to the Fletchers because they have also, had some challenges in marriage, and so they have a lot of good advice to give, a lot of wisdom. And they'll just ask them flat out, you dating anybody exclusively? What's going on? And he's like, no, I want to be married, but right now I'm not taking anything serious with nobody. He says in his confessional, he want to be married again. He planned on proposing this year. To who? Because the way you talking about Sheree ain't gonna be her. You ain't got no plans in marrying her. This whole Sheree stuff is a it's a scam. It's a scam. Anyway, they asking about Sheree, of course, what's going on with that? Because Nell says, what about Sheree? Like, we met her, so what's going on with her? He said, we're cool. We get along well, and we enjoy each other's company, and she's a beautiful woman, and yeah. I mean, she's nice girl, great gowns, beautiful gowns. Chris says, so is she the one? And he says, he kind of makes a face and laughs and everything, and he's like, well, we'll see as time progresses, Nell says, so what's your next move, Like, how long you plan on dating Miss Sheree? And he gonna say, when God say go, God say go. And they get a good laugh. He and Chris just fall out laughing. They done made a pun. It's in reference to Mel's shirts when God said go or something like that. Chris asks about Mel, speaking of that. So how are things with you and Mel? And he says that, it's kind of awkward. I don't know, when I had a kids for like 7 days at a time, she doesn't call me at all. And I'm trying to figure out what you need her to call you for. What you need her to call you for. When your spouse calls you when you got the kids, it's, hey, babe, can you pick up something for dinner tonight? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, hey, what size the kids wear in whatever husband might be trying to buy. Like, those are reasons to be calling back and forth when you may have the kids, when you might not have the kids. But when it's a custody agreement, because these people divorced, I don't need to call you when they with you. You got it. Call you for what? Like, he need to be, like, she got to be checking in. Oh, hey, Martell, how's it going with the kids? That's what he wants. How's it going? He wants to be able to control the situation and her, even in divorce, and she's not having it. She's not having it. He talks to her, he shares with them, that they're in court, and they like, in court for what? Custody. She's first off, it's a 20-something girlfriend, 27 girlfriend. I mean 27. He always using 20-something, man. It was 20-something girlfriends. Now it's 20-something babysitters. That's his number, okay? When he finna tell a good lie. Oh, it was 20-something. You lying. Anyway, Nell is like, now 27 babysitters. She ain't got no 27 babysitters. I can't believe that, Martell. Really? You got proof of that? And he like, well, first off, it's her brother. Her brother watching. Oh, there we go. It's the brother. It's always the brother. He don't want that, but he don't want his gay brother-in-law and his husband watching his children. He dresses it up like, I don't want no man watching my kids, but it's really, you don't want the gay uncle, or gay uncles. You don't want them watching your children. That's how you feel. That's your prerogative, but I wish you just say it flat out. Like, stand in that homophobic stuff. Stand in it. If that's who you are, say it with your chest. Don't say she got 20-something babysitters. Don't say that, oh, I just don't want no men watching my kids. Don't say that. And I mean, people have their reasons for that, and rightfully so. But women also molest children. They do. It's not always the man. It's not always the gay uncle. 9 times out of 10, it's not the gay uncle. It's the other one. It's the other one. Anyway, she ain't buying that shit. She don't believe that. Talking about 27 babysitters. Okay, Martell, anybody got no 27 babysitters? Get out of here. But he say he don't appreciate her going out of town and having her brother watch my kids. Okay, whatever. Because he says he thinks he should be the next best thing, especially if he's right there in town. Why would you call your brother to watch him when you going out of town when I'm right there? Because it's not your week. That's why she ain't call you. She could. It's a courtesy thing, yeah, but she ain't got to. It's not, unless it's in your custody agreement. But I'm sure it's not. Anyway, Tisha, she drops by Black to meet her cousin Courtney. And she giving backhanded compliments right off the gate. Talking about, girl, you're looking good. You kind of look like me. That's a compliment, girl. Laugh. Is it? I kind of look like you. What? She really thought she broke it up with them like she gave a good compliment. That's not a compliment, Tisha. Anyway, that's that passive aggressiveness we be talking about. And that was very condescending as well. Anyway, Courtney, she asked how's Auntie Wanda. She's doing well. She's writing a cookbook or whatever. I don't think Miss Wanda coming back, y'all. I think that's that. But we got Miss Betty. We got Miss Betty. Miss Betty, she coming in a close second. Anyway, cousin is in luxury real estate, and so Tisha knows that she also has a background in digital marketing and all of that, and so she's done well for herself, really, especially with her marketing. That's what caught Tisha's eye. And so Tisha got her brokerage license. Go, girl. I love to see it. Okay. Get you 3, 4, 5, 6 realtors, zip it up in the thing and make the coin, Tisha. Do that. Anyway, she want cousin to come work at her brokerage firm. And cousin, she give her the most professional no that she could ever give her, that I'll consider your offer, because we're family. But no. No, thank you. I have already moved to a new brokerage where I'm making bank. Girl, unless if the coin gonna be right, if I can get the same amount or more with you, I'll consider it. But no, right now, no. She gave her a professional no. They start talking about Kiki, and we see a montage of photos and everything of Kiki and Tisha throughout the years. They met, started hanging out when they were about 13. 2 peas in a pod, very close. And to see where they are now, it's very disheartening to the younger cousins, especially because they looked up to Tisha and Kiki. And so, cousin said, she suggests, well, maybe you guys should meet up. Maybe you guys should talk about these things. Of course, Tisha is hesitant. She tells her that Kiki is probably very bitter about the life that she has. Like very resentful or just upset and pressed that her life didn't pan out the way she thought it would or the way she hoped it would because of her own decisions that she made. And so that's hurt people. And Tisha say, well, I got to keep hurt people from around me. And she suggests that they have a meeting, and Tisha says, well, you know what, I'll do it, and I'll only do it if you come work at the brokerage firm. And cousin like, girl, again, if things are in order, I'll consider it. For the good of the family, okay, I guess. She just backed her into a corner. Mel and Nell, they meet at the park, and Nell is asking her about her dating life, how things are going with that, and she said, it ain't that bad. Everybody like to say the dating pool got piss in it, but it ain't that bad. I'm enjoying dating. Production as there's a rumor going around that you already have a man. Mel, once again, I don't know why everybody is so concerned with Mel and who she's dating. I don't know. Isn't there anything else going on in Huntsville besides who Mel is dating? Girl, no, because this is love and marriage, Huntsville. And so we want to see you dating. We want to see you dating, Mel. It's love and marriage, Huntsville. You just going to be executive producer and just be around to executive produce scenes and get everybody else's tea out on the table. Girl, because I'm tired of the you and Martell bullshit. We're tired. Bring that man on the show. Give us that to talk about. In a good way. Not to stifle anything or bring about any type of discord between she and said man. But girl, this love and marriage Huntsville, you either put up or shut up. Ain't that what y'all told Destiny? She didn't give us enough. Okay, so now you're not giving enough. And so when people ask, are you dating? Is it special? Blah, 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 blah. You can give us a little more. Stop making it seem like we all in your business when you on reality TV. I'm supposed to be in your business. You said you was giving me your business. When you signed the contract for reality TV, that's what you said, girl. So don't sit up like, why y'all all in my business? Bitch, girl, sorry to call. And listen, I don't mean to call her a bitch because, I like Mel here and there. I'm not going to say here and there. Mel it can be a likable character on this show, but some of the ways she moves off the show and how she, and sometimes how she moves on the show, it's kind of like, girl, I don't know about you. But anyway, Nell, is just here for Mel and Martell coming together for these kids. Mel is on that too. She's tried it all as well. Nell comes to her with what Martell told her about the 27 babysitters and all of that. And Mel, of course, can't even believe she coming to her with that. Because, girl, you believe that? I don't think Nell believed it, but maybe she thought she should know. She's like, y'all gonna be in each other's lives for the rest of your lives. Honestly, Mel like, no. Mel's like, yes, you'll be co-parenting forever, honestly. Holidays, whatever it is, somebody gonna want daddy there. So you gonna be around each other, so y'all gotta be able to co-parent effectively, and in a healthy way, because that's just what it is. And she says that she's not surprised that he's still spinning this 20-something stuff, still spinning the same narrative that he's been spinning since 2020 when she left his ass. And she's tried to come to a common ground with him, especially when it comes to the babysitters, because Nell is like, well, maybe you guys should get maybe 2 babysitters, 2 to 3 babysitters that you guys both agree on. Mel is like, we done tried that. I have tried that. The people don't want to fool with Martell. Martell is trying to control all of this. And then Mel finally starts to cry. It's like, why do y'all think I want this? I'm not making his life difficult. I don't want to be away from my kids every other week. I don't want that. She did not see this for herself, for her life, any of that. She thought that she would be a mother that saw her children every single day, not a mother that was with them every other week. She did not want her marriage to be, dissolved. She did not want these things. And so when people throw accusations at her or throw this at her, it's hurtful to her. And again, see, these are the moments. It's like, I get you, girl. I got you, girl. Get off this show. It's just not good for your mental health. You always talking about your peace, your peace, your peace. This ain't your peace. This show ain't your peace, like, at all. And I'm gonna need you to either, girl, you can still, get your credit in the credits. What's her name? Mariah's name was still in the credits, and she was not a part of the cast. You can still do it and not be on here disrupting your peace. Because I'm tired right along with you, girl. I'm tired right along with you. Anyway, Tisha, she's working out. She's with her kickbox instructor, and Kiki strolls in. So this is the meeting. This is the outing. They, spar a little bit and then sit down and talk. How do we move forward? Tisha says, like, my heart wants my cousin back, but my mind is like, don't be no fool. Don't be stupid, girl. Kiki, they start to talk about the whole Christmas party situation. And Kiki says, yeah, I left out certain details. Of course I did. Why, girl? You could have just been honest. Since you coming to me with stuff, what he said, she said. You really had no business over there talking about Tisha at all. When Melody asked you, has there ever been a time Tisha came to you worried about her marriage? You were supposed to say, Tisha's not here, and I think that she would be better to answer that question than I would. So let's change the subject. Not my cousin. Not too much on my cousin. And that would have shut it down, Kiki. But now you engaged and you was really, having a time because you mad at your cousin them for telling everybody you had an issue. You might have been on stuff, on the pills. You was mad about that. And so you delightfully got on TV and tried to drag your cousin a little bit. And then you try to play both sides like it ain't really what you did. Like you don't really you don't take full accountability of your actions and your wrongdoings. And that is why Tisha is annoyed with you. You have to know that. Tisha says, like, cause you played with words and you know that you left things up for interpretation and how things would be perceived. You knew that. You knew what you was doing. You ain't slick. She's like, I've really been trying to be cool. I've been trying to be nice, keep it cute. But like, I can start spraying folks with their tea too. Like, how would you feel if I just started talking about you and your husband and y'all's problems and what y'all went through? Like, what if I decided to speak on your marriage? And Kiki is like, please don't do that, girl. Please don't do that. She kind of just gave her a look, and we got to be continued. Tisha says she ready to tell everybody business, girl. Okay. Anyway, that's where that ended. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.